Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to learn how you can capture the flames in your photographs. If you have ever tried to photograph flames, whether it's a single candle or even a raging inferno, you might be discouraged by the difficulty that it does present. Attempting to capture special images that communicate the power, the heat, the warmth that comes from flames can be a very frustrating process. However, it is not an impossible one. When you want to take a picture of a single flame, one of those projects that might appear pretty simple at first until you actually try it. For instance, have you ever tried to photograph a single flame, such as a birthday candle? If this is your goal, I suggest that you do it in a darkened room in order to highlight the flame itself. I also recommend you use a tripod or some other sturdy surface to hold your camera. And most importantly, you need a lot of patience. When you focus, I suggest that you use the end of the wick as your focal point and your camera's manual focus. The flame itself is producing the light, while at the same time it's a three-dimensional object and therefore will not be in super clear focus. If your camera has spot metering, I recommend you use it and take a reading off the flame itself. Please believe me, your first attempt probably won't work out. It might turn out to be a bit dark. So experiment a little bit by slowing down the shutter speed and then overexposing the image. Do the best you can to eliminate any drafts so that your flame doesn't flicker. On the other hand, once you have played around a bit and have the shutter speed figured out, if you want to capture the flame dancing, you can lightly blow on it. Campfires are one of the easier fire images to photograph. However, the key here is to figure out your shutter speed. Personally, I use a slightly longer shutter speed in order to blur the fire a bit, as well as giving any flying sparks an opportunity to leave a light trail. Please note that with a longer shutter time, you want to make sure your subject remains somewhat still, so mount your camera on a tripod or on some kind of flat surface. Depending on what the subjects in your picture are doing, campfire shots are excellent at conveying warmth and calm, or you can even do the wild party atmosphere. Also be cautious. If you leave the shutter open for too long, you can lose the atmosphere of the photo as the fire will be too bright. Attempting to photograph large fires while not losing that sense of power and heat can be a very, very tricky process. Most photographs of large-scale fires are taken from a distance, which can cause the photo to lose the impact. Safety needs to be your first concern when photographing large fires, since they are very unpredictable. If it is possible, try to photograph larger fires at night when you can capture the drama of the smoke and the flames against a darker background. Having the ability to highlight the smoke gives your photo a sense of volume and space beyond the attachment to the ground. And one more thing to remember, shooting at night with a slower shutter speed allows for more intensity in the flames, varying the color and brightness of it. Creating beautiful memories is what life is all about. Whether you're watching a sunset with a loved one, partying with your friends on New Year's Eve, getting married, going on your honeymoon, having children, you don't want to miss a moment of this. I want you to be excited about your digital camera. I want you to feel confident getting behind the digital lens, telling your family and friends to say cheese and smile. Visit LearnDigitalPhotographyNow.com by clicking on the link that you see here.